Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's video we're going to go over a few items that we find useful in day-to-day life. It's not going to be a comprehensive list. We're not going to have the must-haves and the how-tos. These are just things that we use in our day-to-day life that I think you guys might be interested in. I'm going to go around the rig on the outside and go over a couple things that we use and what brands they are and why I picked that specific brand. So the first thing I want to talk about is our stabilization on the rig. Now, most fifth wheels, they'll have the rear supports will be right behind the back tire here, as you can see under here. So that's the rear support. So you have all this overhang that has no support. Now the kids' bunker room is in the back here. So for us, having some sort of support back here became a necessity, I guess you could say. So this is the Valterra. It's adjustable. You use the ratchet strap. Some people have made these out of 2x4s and put on the outside of the frame. This is nice and light. It's easy to maneuver. It's not permanent. I can put it wherever I want. And this thing works great. It actually stops so much movement back here with the kids being on the back of the rig. That's number one. So the second support we have is the tripod up here. So these people have different opinions on these. I think it helps. Some people say it doesn't do anything. I think it makes a difference, especially with us moving around up in the front. It stops the transfer of movement towards the back, I think. So we set this up everywhere we stop. It's pretty easy to get in and out. It does add a couple minutes to set up and tear down, but I truly believe it's worth the effort. Okay, so the next thing we're going to talk about is our, I guess, our septic system, you could say. So one of the things I highly recommend for everybody, whether you're part-time, full-time, it doesn't matter, are the Valterra valves here. Other videos will go into more depth, but I think it's a necessity. You don't want to open your cap and get a surprise when you pop that cap off. So to me, that would be a must-have. Valterra is a pretty well-known brand, and I had zero issues with these. Now coming out of there, we have the Rhino hoses. Now I like these because they're readily available everywhere. You can get them on Amazon, Walmart, Camping World, just about anywhere you go, you can get this brand. All their connections are the same. You know, we got the Y adapter, the elbows, and stuff like that. We have, 2 outlets on our rig, so I have Valterra valve on both. That little gray hose there actually goes to our tote, but it works good when I need a short run and I don't want to get out another 15-foot section. But definitely I would stick with this brand. I don't see any reason to change. We've only had to replace one that sprung a little leak after 2 years of using it. So next up are the X-Chocks. Now these were from our travel trailer. We had to get the extended ones because our travel trailer, the axles were really far apart. These are probably 4 or 5 years old, and we just had a failure with our other one, so we're going to get some new ones soon, but they've been great. These probably stop more motion in the trailer than anything else we've used. I can't recommend them enough. If you're looking for something to stabilize your rig, don't use these for parking chocks, but for stabilization, they're great. Which brings me to the next thing, which are these rubber chocks, the heavy-duty rubber chocks. Now, a lot of people have talked about these. These are great. You can get them from Amazon, Harbor Freight, Walmart. They're super cheap, way more durable and stronger than the plastic chocks that you see, the yellow Camco chocks. Do not get those. These are heavy-duty. They hold up great. This is the same pair we've had for years, and they still look brand new when they're cleaned up. And then, same thing for water hoses. I use the 0G. I don't know if you can really see it over here in the dark, but we've used 0G since day one. I've seen people use different hoses, but I love the 0G. They wind up nice. They're easy to wind up and get all the water out of them. This was our old one that we use for black tank flushes and stuff now, and the outdoor hose. It's not our drinking water hose. All right, so the next thing is Flagpole Buddy. This was a kit we bought from flagpolebuddy.com. It came with a kit. It was two sections of pole. It has the adapter for Starlink on it, and then it comes with the 2 mounts. I'm not going to get the dish down off the roof. We didn't put it back here because of all the trees. We're surrounded by trees back here, so the dish is up on the front right now. Usually you just snap the 2 sections together put the dish on the top, and then from down here I can just stick it in there and put it right up there. It's worked great for us everywhere we've gone. Well, I shouldn't say everywhere we've gone. If there's trees, I usually will have to put the dish up on the roof up front or on the ground somewhere, but most of the time it's on this pole back here. It makes set up and tear down real easy. Flagpole buddy is great. Okay, so one of the very first things I put on this rig was this light bar. Now, this is right on the receiver, the trailer receiver, so I'm sorry if it's flickering in the video a little bit. This is actually a light bar that you get for underneath the tailgate of a truck. I found this on Amazon. This one's actually a split light bar, so you get one half on one side of the receiver, one half on the other side. It just plugs right into the trailer wiring right there, the plug for your trailer. This thing's great. I think it really added a lot of visibility to the rear of the trailer. I was worried having the bike rack back here with the bike cover on that it would block some of the lights from certain angles, and it did. So I think this added some safety to the trailer. This thing wasn't terribly expensive. It's been a good add-on. All right, so another thing that we really love and we use a lot is our keyless door lock here. It's I wouldn't say this is a must-have. This is more of a convenience luxury item. I did a full install video on this one, but this is definitely, when you're coming up at night trying to get out your keys and worrying about carrying your trailer keys and stuff like that, this is nice when you head out of the rig, around the park, anything like that. It's just a convenience. It's so nice to just push buttons and open the door. Some of the other ones, you can get key fobs with them and stuff. This is the Lippert brand, and the reason I really like this one, it's one less app I have to have on my phone. This ties right into our One Control system, so I can control it right through the One Control app. I wouldn't say it's a must-have, but we will definitely have these on all our rigs in the future. So this one we use every single travel day. This is our RV GPS. This is a Garmin. You might think, oh, I have Google Maps. We have a built-in navigation system in the truck. But we use this, and the reason being, you can put the height, length, all your weights, everything like that into this, and it is supposed to route you around low bridges, bad roads, narrow roads, stuff like that to keep you safe while towing. Now, we've never run into an instance where it has led us somewhere that we didn't want to be. But I will say sometimes getting it to go the route that you want it to go is a pain in the butt. It's finicky sometimes, but I wouldn't trade it. It's kept us safe in 3 years of traveling. I think it's a great system. There's other brands and stuff, but we have the Garmin. This one has the built-in dash cam. That's the reason I got this one. I do want to get a separate dash cam system though. Thank you for making it to the end of the video. If you found any of these items useful, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. We'd really appreciate it. Thank you.